consideration.
You see that tollway, but on interstate highways, it's more of the discretion of the state DOTs. All states are different in different locales and areas. Wisconsin has looked at that. Now that we're going to more lanes, such as 6, I think we want to keep trucks out of the far right lane because of the merging and exiting of traffic. And if we can keep trucks more to the center, it's going to keep better flow of traffic. So your concern has been raised by others who would like to see us adopt something that would keep traffic out of that far left lane.
Thank you. That's what I like.
Other comments or questions? Hearing none, we have a motion and a second. Those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? So carried. Next item is consider the award of contract to purchase 3 heart monitors / defibrillators and 3 automatic defibrillators.
Mr. President, this is an item that was funded in the 2007 budget that we were working on. There was some ongoing developments in the industry which kind of precluded us really getting after an award that as we want, but I'd like to call Chief Gilbert up here and have him explain their selection process and how we came up with the monitors and defibrillators.
Good evening. I'm Paul Gilbert Jr. I'm the Chief of Fire and Rescue. I work at 8044 88th Avenue here in Pleasant Prairie. Since 1992, the village has been providing paramedic service, in which is an integral part of what we do as paramedics is the use of a heart monitor. And since 1999, we've had an advanced program where we can place leads on a patient and take the same type of electrocardiogram as you would have in a hospital emergency room or in a cardiologist's office. Those units that we've been using are 9 years old and have experienced quite a bit of abuse. It's taken in almost on every call, and it's impure as technology changes, so the need arises to purchase a new monitor. So as part of our preparation for the 2007 budget and 2006, we requested the purchase of these 3 monitors, and we asked for $76,580. We went out and looked at the 3 most popular and major manufacturers of heart monitors being used in our area. They are the Medtronics Corporation out of Redmond, Washington, and they also are the manufacturers of the units we've used for over 20 years. We did use their equipment prior to becoming paramedics. Philips Medical Systems from Seattle, Washington, and Zoll Medical Products from Chelmsford, Massachusetts. We produced a request for proposal. It's all 3 manufacturers, and we met with each one of their respective representatives. And we did that, so we wanted to guarantee that they understood what we were looking for, and we needed them to interpret their bids back to us. On page 3 of my report, I list 3 manufacturers, what their initial bids were, what equipment could be deleted, what equipment needed to be added, so that we were assuring that all 3 companies were compared equally. During our deliberations, one of the manufacturers suggested that there was some value in the trading of our units, and so we returned and we asked all 3 of the companies if they would provide us with the amount of money they would offer us in the trade-in. It was our intent when we bought 3 new heart monitors that we would replace the 3 automatic external defibrillators that we carry on fire apparatus. And those are our units that a layperson can use, and we provide those on our fire equipment for our EMTs to use. For example, today we had 2 rescue calls we call back-to-back. Both fire stations were out. We were staffing the reserve ambulance here at Station 1, but over at Station 2, there was no ambulance. So in the event that we're called, the fire engine could leave. We have the basic medical equipment plus a defibrillator. So this request was for the 3 sophisticated heart monitors and the 3 automatic defibrillators that, again, very simple to use. The 3 heart monitors, the external defibrillators that we've been using since the 90s are 13 years old. They went out of production 7 years ago, and we can no longer get parts for them. So as part of this request is your authorization that we can dispose of that equipment, and as found, there's no value to that equipment. We just need to no longer maintain it. In summary, the company we're working with, we have an excellent relationship and we have a very high regard for their equipment. However, they have chosen not to change their equipment. There's talk of maybe doing that in 2008 or 2009, but at this point in time, that equipment is not available. We worked with Phillips. We found Phillips was a hard company to get a hold of. That's what some of the other fire departments that purchased their equipment and they need some assistance after they bought them and found. We did find that they were responsive to our RFP, their equipment appears, but our concern is once the sale and the purchase has been made, the equipment comes to us, how are we going to maintain it and work with that company? The third product is Zoll. Again, Zoll has met our RFP. In evaluating the two units, Phillips, the Zoll, people felt that the Zoll was a better piece of equipment in their mind. Certainly that the case was more rugged. And there were some other things that made that more appealing to our personnel. When we asked both manufacturers who was using their units, Phillips gave us a list of 4 departments, and Zoll gave us a much larger list of fire departments and rescue squads in northern Illinois and southern Wisconsin. So it is our recommendation, and I would like to point out that I don't know if it's currently being done, but for many, many years, not that this has any bearing, but the parts to Zoll were being made by Manutronics and now sending it right here in Pleasant Prairie, so the more important circuit boards were being made right here. So what is our recommendation that we take advantage of the trade-in? It just so happens as I was writing the staff report, the mail came, and I don't mean to be so dramatic, but that's exactly what happened. And I was given a brochure that said we could go out and buy a used monitor for $4,000. The trade-in of our monitors was $2,500 each. So we could sell it for $2,500, and the market value is $4,000. Why I recommend that we trade them in is for us to find a potential customer is very difficult. We typically use free services. The magazine printed by the League of Wisconsin Municipalities offers a free classified area. We use that all the time. And then we buy in a Wisconsin Fire paper and a Wisconsin EMS paper. But it just doesn't have that nationwide appeal as some of these other companies do. For us to go with a nationwide magazine, then you're paying several hundred to $1,000. I've stood before the board and said we had to buy a breathing apparatus, and then we would go out and sell it. We worked very hard to sell it and found it was very difficult to find a buyer. The monitor that we're trying to sell is at the end of its life cycle. They're being replaced by newer models. So I feel it's in the best interest of the village to allow us to trade those 3 monitors back in for a total of $7,500. Secondly, it's that we've authorized to dispose of the 3 automatic defibrillators that I talked about previously, and it's a recommendation from the Rescue Department that we buy the 3 hard monitors and 3 automatic defibrillators from Zoll Corporation for $68,140.50. And as you look at our tally back on page 3, you'll see that after we met with all companies, Zoll was in fact full bidder. And then finally, after our deliberations, we did place within the line item budget for 27 to purchase 2 additional